There are a number of changes we're proposing in relation to citizenship, really modernising the way in which we confer citizenship on Australian citizens. So a number of changes in terms of a competency around English language, a number of measures in relation to just having a better look at people's backgrounds, particularly where people may have been engaged in terrorist or criminal activity. There is a power under the existing migration law that allows the Minister of the Day to substitute a decision of the AAT in relation to visa cancellations. We're aligning the law in relation to citizenships with that particular law around visas. So it's a law that's been operating under both Liberal and Labor governments for a long period of time, and it's an anomaly where a minister can cancel a visa, have that decision overturned by the AAT and then substitute a decision in place of the AAT decision, but you can't do that in relation to the granting of citizenship, and that anomaly is going to be fixed. It aligns the powers in relation to citizenship with the powers in relation to visas, which I think is a common sense approach. It aligns it with the current arrangement, so obviously it's exercised more in relation to visas, as we saw recently with the case of the 6 Iranians who had their visas cancelled by a delegate in the department, only to have those visas reinstated by the AAT, in spite of the fact that there was clear evidence that these people had been back to Iran, the country from which they claimed to have fled persecution. And the Minister, in this case me, has the ability to substitute those AAT decisions, that is with a recancellation of the visa, which is what I did in relation to those 6 cases, and this is really just aligning it with that existing arrangement. Well, I'm disappointed that many people within the left of the Labor Party have automatically just come out of the gates opposing what I think is a common sense change in relation to asking people to abide by Australian laws, to abide by Australian values, to speak the English language so that they can integrate into schools or into jobs or into society better than perhaps has been the case in some circumstances in the past. So this is really a test of leadership for Mr Shorten. I think this is a change which does reflect the gravity of the times that we live in, and I think it's incumbent upon Mr Shorten to show the leadership to provide bipartisan support, because this is one of those laws where we want to send a clear message to the Australian people at both sides of Parliament, support these laws, and if we can see our way clear to get Mr Shorten's support, then the laws can pass through Parliament fairly quickly.